Approximately 100 billion packages of instant noodles are consumed worldwide every year, which is almost 13 packages per person on the planet. But how does wheat flour turn into a hot bowl of delicious noodles? Discover the fascinating world behind your favorite instant noodles. Have you ever stopped while enjoying that comforting bowl of instant noodles to wonder how they got there? In reality, that humble block of noodles is the result of a fascinating production process. In instant noodle factories, a perfect choreography of advanced machinery and craftsmanship unfolds to create the fast and delicious food you enjoy. This fast and convenient food, which transforms from a dry block to a comforting soup in a matter of minutes, was recognized as the greatest Japanese invention of the 20th century, and it's no wonder, as it has saved many students and busy people from hunger when time is scarce. The inventor of instant noodles, Momo, was inspired to create this food after seeing people lining up for a bowl of ramen noodles during post-war Japan. His idea was to offer a nutritious, easy-to-prepare, and accessible food that could help alleviate hunger in difficult times. Thus, instant noodles began their journey. It all starts with the raw material, wheat flour. It is loaded into large industrial mixers that work tirelessly, processing tons of flour per day. The flour is mixed with water and salt, creating an elastic and resistant dough, essential for the future noodles. This is a carefully calibrated process, where the right balance of moisture is crucial for the noodles to maintain their shape and texture. After kneading, the dough is left to rest for a specific period. This resting time allows the gluten to relax and the dough to become more malleable, making the subsequent rolling and cutting process easier. Once the perfect dough is obtained, it goes through a series of rollers that flatten it, refining it to the desired thickness. The dough, which initially could be thicker than your arm, becomes a thin sheet thinner than rice paper. This process not only determines the final thickness of the noodles but also contributes to their unique texture. Passing through the rollers helps develop the gluten in the flour, giving the noodles their characteristic elasticity. As the dough is repeatedly passed through the rollers, it stretches and thins until it reaches the appropriate thickness for instant noodles. Once it has become a thin sheet, the dough is directed to the cutting machines, where it is cut into noodles. This process, although it may seem simple, is a crucial point in the production of instant noodles. This is where the length and width of the noodles are defined. Each cutter is equipped with a set of blades that can be adjusted to produce noodles of various shapes and sizes, from thin ramen noodles to wider, flat pasta noodles. Depending on the type of instant noodle being produced, the cutting machine may have different blade configurations to create specific shapes. After cutting, the noodles are not yet ready for the soup. The noodles are separated and collected on trays or conveyors. At this stage, a starch or talcum coating may be applied to prevent them from sticking together. In reality, they are too moist and soft to withstand storage in the pantry. To solve this, the noodles go through a steaming process where they are steamed at high temperatures. This helps develop their final flavor and texture. They are then subjected to a quick frying process that extracts moisture and makes them crispy, facilitating long-term storage. This rapid cooking process aims to stabilize the structure of the noodles and remove excess surface starch. After pre-cooking, the noodles undergo a cold water rinsing process to stop the cooking and reduce their temperature. This helps maintain the proper texture of the noodles and prevents them from becoming soft. Once the noodles are rinsed and cooled, they are drained to remove excess water. Next, the noodles undergo a drying process to eliminate the remaining moisture. This process can be carried out through air drying or by using controlled hot air. In the case of air drying, the noodles are placed in areas with good air circulation to allow the moisture to evaporate gradually. During the drying process, temperature and time are carefully controlled to avoid overheating or insufficient drying of the noodles. The result is that familiar block of dry and compact noodles, ready to be revived with some hot water. An intriguing part of the process is the formation of the noodle blocks. After steaming and frying, the noodles are placed in molds that give them their characteristic square or circular shape that we know as instant noodles. These steps constitute only half of the journey the noodles go through before reaching your bowl. Each process is designed with the precision of a well-rehearsed orchestra, ensuring that each package of noodles offers the same satisfying experience. But what happens after the noodles are dry and ready for packaging? The answer lies in the seasonings and condiments that give each bowl of instant noodles its unique flavor and personality. While the noodle block remains essentially the same in each brand, the broth and seasonings are what make each package different. Instant noodle broths can vary greatly, from classic chicken broth to rich and spicy flavors. Each broth is prepared separately in enormous pots that can hold up to thousands of liters of soup at once. Spices, aromatic ingredients, and proteins are simmered together, resulting in a rich and concentrated liquid that is later dehydrated and turned into powder. These dry seasonings not only add flavor but also texture and color to the final soup, making each bowl a feast for the senses. Once the broths and seasonings are ready, it's time to package them along with the noodles. The noodle blocks, powdered broth, and dry seasonings are placed together in individual packages. This not only keeps all the components together but also ensures the freshness of the ingredients. Once packaged, the noodles are ready to be shipped to stores worldwide, waiting for the moment when someone adds hot water to bring them back to life. So, the next time you sit down to enjoy a bowl of instant noodles, remember the incredible journey they have traveled from the flour mill to your cup. And, of course, don't forget to appreciate the marvels of science and engineering that make this culinary miracle possible. The design of instant noodle packaging is not only aesthetically pleasing but also functional. The inner aluminum foil keeps the noodles fresh and protected from light, moisture, and microorganisms. Some packages are designed to serve as temporary bowls, allowing the preparation and consumption of the noodles in the same packaging, ensuring that each package of instant noodles reaches you in perfect condition. Companies implement rigorous quality controls. The products undergo tests for strength, visual inspections, and, most importantly, taste tests. A team of expert tasters samples every batch of noodles and broths to ensure they meet flavor expectations. Now, despite their convenience and popularity, it is also true that instant noodles have been subject to criticism due to their sodium levels and trans fat content. In this regard, the industry has worked to reduce salt content and eliminate trans fats from their products. Some brands have launched lines of noodles with lower sodium content, more fiber, and gluten-free versions. Thus, instant noodles evolved to adapt to the changing needs and demands of consumers without losing their essence of being a quick and easy-to-prepare meal. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it and share it with someone who might be interested. Also, subscribe to this channel by enabling notifications to keep learning. Greetings!